Alright, pay attention. This is 100% true. Probably.
Number 10. The Mudlark. Imagine your job is rummaging through river trash before it was cool. In 19th century London, that was an actual career path. Mudlarks scoured the filthy Thames riverbanks for coins, nails, or anything shiny enough to sell. Their office? Knee-deep sludge that smelled like disappointment and dead fish. Most were kids, sometimes as young as 8. Child labor, but make it muddy. They'd fight over scraps of metal, like gamers over limited drops. Diseases? Oh, plenty. Cholera was basically part of the team. Some mudlarks earned just enough to not starve, but not enough to buy new lungs. Their uniform was rags and infection. It's like dumpster diving with a side quest for tetanus. Still, they kept London's banks a little cleaner, one grimy coin at a time. The takeaway? People will risk anything for loot boxes, even if they're full of worms. Respect the grind, just maybe don't do it in sewage. Number 9. The Tosher. Same city, worse location. These guys went inside the sewers. Not metaphorically. Literally crawling under London to look for dropped coins or jewelry. Picture an urban explorer, but everything smells like despair. They carried lamps and long poles to poke through human waste. Some even worked in pairs, because friendship is built on shared trauma. Gas pockets could explode. Rats could bite, and floods could wash them into oblivion. A lucky night meant finding a gold ring. An unlucky one meant drowning in other people's leftovers. Authorities banned it eventually, not for safety, but because it looked bad for tourism. The Tosher's motto? Get rich or get dysentery. It's like metal detecting in hell, yet somehow, this was considered an upgrade from mudlarking. Rock bottom, but with plumbing. Number 8. The Rat Catcher. Because in old cities, rats ruled like tiny, hairy landlords. Before exterminators existed, these brave or broke souls hunted rats by hand. Armed with sticks, dogs, and bad life choices, they'd shove their arms into holes to grab squeaking plague grenades. London alone had millions of rats, and zero sense of hygiene. Every bite risked infection, fever, or spontaneous death. Still, they became local heroes for keeping the vermin count down. Some even bred rats in secret to ensure steady business. Capitalism at its filthiest. The smell? Imagine if fear had a scent. One French rat catcher claimed to kill 20,000 a year. That's not a job. That's a boss fight. It's like being a Pokemon trainer, but your team is rabies. Respect for the grind, but also therapy, please. Number 7. The Resurrectionist, a fancy name for digs up corpses for rent money. In the 1800s, medical schools needed real bodies to study. Legal supply? Basically zero. So, grave robbers stepped in, literally. They worked at night with shovels and moral flexibility. A fresh burial was basically an open job posting. They sold corpses to anatomy professors for good cash. Until someone caught them, screamed, and the mob arrived with torches. Families started guarding graves with iron cages called mort safes. Imagine needing a lock to protect grandma from getting an internship. In some cities, guards patrolled cemeteries like zombie bouncers. The work was dangerous, disgusting, and illegal. But it pushed medical science forward, one awkward confession at a time. It's like DoorDash for cadavers, minus the tip. Number 6. The plague doctor's assistant. Because even medieval pandemics had unpaid interns. The doctor wore that creepy bird mask stuffed with herbs. The assistant's job? Clean it, and carry the corpses, and disinfect the tools that never worked. Basically, everything deadly, but with less credit. Pay was low, risk was sky high, and deodorant didn't exist. Assistants often got infected within days. The job description could have just said, temporary human. They were sent to collect patients, and sometimes died before lunch. It's like being a lab rat, except the lab is a cemetery. Some lasted weeks, others hours. Either way, they were the pandemic's background characters. The takeaway? Never volunteer for medical experience during the Black Death. Number 5. The Treadmill Prisoner. Victorian prisons loved productive punishment, so they made inmates walk giant wooden wheels to grind grain or pump water. Think hamster wheel, but for sadness. 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. No music, no view, just eternal cardio. They climbed endless steps to power machines they never saw. Some walked over 8,000 vertical feet a day. Their legs got shredded, but not in a good way. If someone slipped, the whole group face planted down the wheel. Guards said it built character. Prisoners said it built trauma. The treadmill became so hated, it was banned in 1898. Imagine banning cardio because it's a human rights issue. It's like working out for eternity and still not losing your sentence. Hell is probably cardio with no Wi-Fi. Number 4. The tanner. These poor souls made leather before industrial hygiene was invented. Their process? Soak animal hides in urine and feces to soften them. Yes, actual human urine, collected daily, by hand. Then scrape, stretch, and dry the skins in the open sun. The smell? Picture a landfill on a hot yoga retreat. Neighbors avoided tanners like they were contagious. Even medieval people said, "Bro, you stink." Many tanners developed sores, breathing problems, and nausea. But leather was valuable, so the work never stopped. The government even placed tanneries outside city walls, for everyone's sanity. It's like working in perfume, but every scent is a war crime. Still, tanners were essential. Every knight's fancy armor started in a bucket of poop. Fashion hurts, but back then, it also gagged. Number 3. The Leech Collector. Because who needs therapy when you can be slowly drained for a living? In the 1700s and 1800s, doctors believed leeches could cure anything, so collectors waded into swamps to catch them, using their own legs as bait. Each step meant another parasite latching on. Bleeding wasn't a risk, it was the business model. They'd pull the leeches off, toss them into jars, and keep going. Some used horses or even children as live traps. Medical science was just wild guesses with extra blood loss. The pay barely covered bandages. And infections were common because, well, swamp. It's like working retail, except your customers literally suck. By the mid-1800s, demand fell, and so did morale. But for a while, people paid good money for nature's vacuum cleaners. The phrase, draining job, has never been more accurate. Number 2. The Night Soil Man. Sounds fancy? It's not. These were the guys who collected human waste from cesspits before plumbing existed. Every night, they climbed into holes full of, well, last night's dinner, armed with buckets, ropes, and psychological damage. They'd shovel it out, haul it away, and dump it outside the city. Their only advantage? Nobody wanted to talk to them, so privacy was guaranteed. They worked in total darkness, guided by smell and regret. One slip, and you'd never be clean again, spiritually or physically. The stench was legendary. People said you could smell a night soil man before you saw him. Pay was surprisingly decent, mostly because no one else applied. It's like being a janitor in the 9th circle of hell, but they kept cities running before sewers did. The real unsung heroes, covered in other people's songs. Number 1. The Groom of the Stool, the highest honor in royal service. This person's full-time job was assisting the king with his throne business, literally. They handled the royal chamber pot, cleaning it, and even helping His Majesty wipe. Imagine explaining that on your resume. Skills, loyalty, discretion, sanitation. Despite the horror, it was actually a position of trust. Only nobles could do it, since they got to hear royal secrets while holding a bucket. Some became powerful advisors, proving power really does come from weird places. One Groom of the Stool even became richer than most lords. Still, you can't wash that job title off your legacy. It's like being a therapist, a janitor, and a bidet all at once. History remembers kings by their crowns, but this guy knew them by their diet.
That was the video. Do not worry. My friends and I only came here for peace. We love quiet nights, friendly smiles, and a little kindness. Press like and hit the subscribe button, and everything stays calm, just the way we like it.